All right, we're back here with Hondo, and I want to go through a few more things about introducing a rope to a horse, and how to kind of just get them used to some stuff and get them used to the rope and let them be okay with it. Probably the next thing I'd like to do is I like to just swing one around on the ground from each side. And like I said, I'm going to work them from both sides. And to do this, I can swing a rope with both hands. He's not sure what's going on here, so he's going to walk on by. Whoa. So anyway, what I do is I just turn my rope around backwards, and I run my Honda this way. And so I'm going to just stand over here, and I'm just going to swing once and see what he does. And I might just wave it back and forth, and I may swing it twice, stop. And then I might even reach up here and just catch him on the nose, and just let him feel that. He's got his attention on some horses over there behind us, and there you go, like that. So then I'm just going to go ahead and just swing it a few times. And I might swing it up here over his head, and then I'm going to let it come down, touch him on the legs, and go back here and touch him on the legs. Swing it some more. Then I may swing it a little faster. Let him hear that rope humming a little bit. I'm gonna pet on him, that was pretty good. So then I'll come over here and do it from this side. This is the side I would be roping on anyway. And I like to do this on everything I start. Some horses aren't destined to be roped on, but ours typically get something roped on. So there again, I'm just going to kind of go up and around, see what he does there. Swing it back and forth, go up and around. And I don't think there's going to be much of an issue here, considering what I saw on the other side. So I'm going to catch his ear right there. But I'm not going to rub that ear back off. I'm going to pick it back off. I don't want to get him sensitive on his ears. So then I'm going to go ahead and swing a little bit. I just knocked off my microphone cover. Let me put that back on real quick. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to swing it over his head a couple of times, and then I'll bring it down. Let it touch him on the legs, front and back. See, he's cocked his leg behind me. He's telling me he's pretty dang comfortable. His head's just kind of hanging out level. So I'm gonna reach up there and grab him by the nose again. There you go. Good. So now I'm gonna swing a little harder. See if that bothers him. And then over his head. There. I'm not gonna stay there though. If you noticed, I just did it a few times and quit. I'm not gonna stay there until he tries to find a different answer besides staying here. There we go. Good. Something else I use a rope for, and it's not necessarily getting a horse used to a rope, but I like to use this rope with this Honda the same. When I'm starting colts, I get a hold of their feet, and I like to get to where I can lead them around by all 4 feet, to where I can hold their feet out with tension at some point. I want them to get used to something being around their foot and having a hold of them. One, that helps them when we start hobbling them, and two, it starts helping them understand if they're caught in something, don't flail, just stand there. And that'll keep them from tearing their legs up. If they get caught in some wire or something like that, I've seen horses actually get caught in briars, in a big thick briar patch, and just flail and go to worrying and panicking, and then they end up getting worse, and then they either flip upside down on somebody or they just panic. And so I don't want my horses panicking if something like that happens. I want them to understand that they can stand there and somebody will get them out of it. So this next thing that I would do is I would get over here on this fence, and you'll need to get your horses good about coming to the fence and coming up beside you on the fence. If they're worried about you at all, they're not going to come up here by you. this colt, I've done this a few times, and eventually I'd like to get to where he'd come up right here and I could get on him from the fence. I want him to kind of come a little farther up. There we go. Good. So right here, I'm really going to pet him for that. Just staying here, being okay. So now he's going to get a different sensation with me messing with this rope above him. See, if he steps away, I'm just going to step him right back. This is where it gets him real handy. Hey, having your horses to where they'll step their hips around here. I'm gonna drop my rope all down everywhere. That's all right. There we go, right there. I was trying to hang on to my rope and move him at the same time, and I made a mess. So I'll just pull it up real quick. As you can see, even though those of us that handle rope quite a bit, we can still mess up. Nobody's perfect. There we go. See how he's backing up? That's probably from me waving this. I don't want him backing up. I want him up here. There, right there. See now, right there I could get on him. That's exactly what I want, and I want him just to stay right there. So from right here, I'm gonna reach over and I'm gonna pet him with this rope, because this is different for him, seeing it above. I'll pet him on both sides. I'm gonna pet him back here on his hip. And then I'm gonna have my loop up here, rope up here, like if I was on him. I'm gonna spin this around. I'm not gonna flail it out. I'm just gonna open it up like this. Okay. And I'm just gonna wave it back and forth here, just like if I was on him. Then I might swing it. I want him to see this. I'll let it come down here, and I might come back up here and catch his butt. You can tell he's preoccupied about something, so I'm not gonna stay there long. Same thing, though, I'm gonna not hit the fence. I'm not gonna stay there and keep on swinging. I'm gonna ask him to just stay right here and swing. And this is a good opportunity when you're up here, just to go ahead and throw the loop out to the side. Don't throw it in front of them. That can give them something to get worried about. Throw the loop out to the side, and it can give you an opportunity to coil your rope up. Basically, see how he's kind of inching his way back? I want him up here. There. I want him up here like if I was in the saddle. So I'm gonna throw it out there. This gives me an opportunity. See, he was like, what's that? He's leaning on me, and I don't want him doing that. There. I scooted up. He's gonna scoot up. There we go. Good. Good. Okay. So now I'm gonna make another loop. Now I might flip it out here like this. Like if I was gonna make a... He's over here rubbing on me. He's telling me he's getting bored, what it is. So I'm gonna let that come down. I'm gonna turn my loop over. I'm gonna rub him on the back legs. See, I don't want him doing that. I want him to stay still. That's just part of being a colt, though. Their attention span's just like a kid's. Okay, so now I'm right here again. I just want to get up here. So now I'm going to see if I can take this and flip it to me like I would if I was making another loop at a roping or something and I needed to get it back up here quick. See if that bothered him. Didn't seem to bother him any. Anyway, that's just something else, another idea, something else you can do to get your horse used to a rope being above them. In the next segment, we'll talk about being on them and swinging it. So I appreciate you watching.